Okay, this is Wiwicso again. This is the second time to record this episode. I'm gonna have to go with this one, unless I get interrupted again. And if you're wondering why the map is different, it's because because of YouTube, I got cut off, and okay, so let's Caspia. Caspia only really has control over the dark green areas. Also, a new layer has just formed. This is the this is the so this is basically just trade routes. So there are two trade routes that actually there are two major trade routes that are really important. So there is the there is the trade route of Liechtenstein and the trade route of Mesopotamia. So the trail of Mesopotamia spans through all of Mesopotamia. But not just Mesopotamia, it also spawns all the way into the country of Oman and Persia and even Caspia. How even Egypt and Somalia. And there are also some like independent traders who usually go to where were they here? Go to Tunis and go to Rome and go to here, but it's not an official trade route, according to me anyways. At least that was an official trade route. No, the reason no one actually talks about it is because it's technically illegal. Technically illegal because technically you are not legally allowed to go through any unofficial tracks. And they know this is not going to stop anybody. In fact, they know it's going to probably encourage people because they can make more money. But that's because they know, and that's because they want the traders to go through there for money. So it's a conspiracy theory. They outlawed something because they knew that would just make it so when people will go there, and plus they could charge more money. There's no punishment for it. They just say you legally cannot go through there. No punishment. There are no official punishments. It's anywhere that at all. So technically, it is in a way legal. But the thing is, this trade route is, in a way, kinda, okay, it's not useless, it's the most useful trade route. Because of how long it stretches, it goes all around of Arabia, and goes down into Persia, which nowhere goes into Persia. No one goes into Persia except for people trying to make money. And people who are temporarily leaving the country for like visiting somewhere different country. Which is entirely diplomats. But the meeting aimed by King of Rome, Carthage, and Mesopotamia, they all meet together and want to form a whole new trade route. They already have some contact, but they want to make an official trade route because they just want to. So they declare an official trade route. Also, and the trade route goes very far. Through the entirety of known Africa. At least known Africa according to Mesopotamia. Who doesn't know some people know about Madagascar and parts of Mozambique. As far as they are aware, those don't exist. But according to Somalia, they do. In Somalia, wait. There we go. But this trade route is the most important trade route in the world. Liechtenstein trade route began their expansion with the permission of different countries, going all the way through Russia. Then it goes into the unorganized territory, and finally into Caspia. Then another part of the trade route goes into Greece, then into Russia, then into Italy, and finally makes it back to Poland. Now, how is India discovered? India is discovered by India being discovered. After the discovery of India, Iran decides to take advantage and almost takes it over. However, they throw a bunch of people to live here without their choice. And what do you do when you force a bunch of and what happens when you force a bunch of people to move a place where they don't even want to be? That's it. A rebellion begins. If a new country decides, the new country of India declares independence, and these people don't care. And they decide they're gonna create a trade route and gonna make a lot of money because of it. And through this trade route, they almost discover multiple places. Now, which of these places are actually remembered? Let me see. Yeah, none of them are remembered. However, because of the known existence of China, I decided to go all the way up to China. Some people, in order to avoid the Japanese government, would usually be here. Eventually, these people would begin moving over into Siberia in order to avoid punishment. They all died. So some decided to move here, into Manchuria. The Kingdom of Manchuria formed with him, his wife, and a bunch of other convicts. He declares himself a king. Alright, this is gonna be all there is today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just too lazy.